Hey guys, it's Katie with Burbs and Blooms. I am all about suburban gardening, and today I have for you 5 tips for easy home composting. Composting at home is so easy. By the end of this video, you're going to have 5 tips under your belt for easy home composting. Let's do it. Okay, tip number 1. Water is life. People, keep your compost pile moist but not soggy. Let those bugs have the water that they need to break down the compost for you and do the work for you. Tip number 2. For even easier moisture control, whenever you're getting ready to dump your kitchen scraps in the compost pile, here's my handy dandy little container. Just fill it up with water first. Or if you're clearing the table after dinner and there's a few glasses that haven't been finished of water, instead of pouring those down the drain, pour them into your compost container. It will give that extra moisture to your pile every time you put more things on it, and it'll keep you from having to dig out the hose or the watering can. You're saving water. It's a win-win all the way around. All right, tip number 3. If your pile stinks, there is something wrong, and most likely it's one of 2 things. The first thing is it is too wet. It is soggy. So let it dry out. Don't put any more water on it if you can. And the other option, if it stinks, is that it might be low on browns. So in my first video, Composting for Beginners, 3 easy tips for lazy home composting, you learned a little bit about greens and browns. And at the end of this video as well will be a super handy printable that I made for you guys that has a list of greens and browns. So if you have trouble keeping those straight, not to worry, I've got you covered. Down in the description is a link. You can download the printable, print it, put it somewhere handy so that you can always remember. Tip number 4, if you're a little short on browns, your go-to, my go-to, is shredded paper. We don't always have fall leaves, we don't always have a straw bale, but most of us always have some paper. We've got toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, even cereal boxes, junk paper that doesn't have cellophane, don't want cellophane in your compost pile, and office paper. So if it's a little waxy or has a lot of colored dyes on it, it'll take longer to break down. So I do recommend using the less waxy paper, like for example, a paper towel roll. It doesn't have a waxy coating on it like a cereal box would. But bank statements, go ahead, shred those up. And those are your really great, easy go-to browns to add to your pile when you need to keep it well balanced. Okay, tip 4.5. This is a bonus tip for you guys. What I like to do for having browns on hand is in the fall, I decorate my porch with a straw bale. Get it from the store, get it from a local farmer, whatever. So when I'm done with the straw bale on the porch and I'm sick of it, or it's time to get out the Christmas stuff, I just haul it to the back and I stick it next to my compost bin. And then I have straws right there to literally grab a handful or several handfuls or whatever I need anytime I open the lid of the compost bin. So you've got your cute decorations, you got your straw bale that you don't know what to do with, and finally you've got another super handy and efficient use for getting maximum value from that straw bale. Okay, finally we have tip number 5. You don't have to do this, but if you turn or mix your compost pile occasionally, it will break down faster. So if you are able to scoop a little bit of compost out from the bottom and toss it on top, it basically helps to distribute the moisture around a little bit better, the microorganisms that are in there, especially the compost that's more in the center of the pile. You'll notice if you start to kind of dig into it that it's much darker and finer textured, so it's much more further along in the process. So if you get some of that great, more finished compost and you kind of throw it on top and mix it in with the less finished, everything benefits. So if you don't want to turn your pile, just make sure that when you're adding things to your compost pile, you just add a pretty good mixture. So maybe you walk out with your coffee can of scraps, and every time you dump the coffee can of scraps in there, you already have the lid open, you reach down, you grab a handful of straw and you toss it in. That way you're getting a little bit of greens, a little bit of browns, all at the same time, and the mix just stays pretty balanced as you go. Okay, so now you have 5 tips for easy home composting, and you have more confidence that you know what you're doing. But if you're still a beginner composter, I highly recommend my video, Composting for Beginners. It is 3 very simple steps to get started and feel comfortable with getting started composting. And I'm here to tell you it is so easy. Don't be intimidated. And I'm here to show and demonstrate to you just how easy it is. I'm actually filming inside right now because it is super windy out there. You might even be able to hear the wind in the background. But I have included a few shots of my own compost bin and kind of what that looks like for you. Plus, linked down in the description is a super handy home printable that is free. You can just download and print it and put it up somewhere to help you remember what greens and browns need to go out in the pile. It also shares with you the proper mix of greens and browns, some things to avoid, and a couple other frequently asked questions. So guys, what was your favorite tip from the video today? I would love to hear down in the comments below if something was particularly helpful. And if you liked this video, please remember to like it, a little thumbs up, share it with anybody who might be interested in getting started composting, and subscribe as well. I have a couple more composting videos in the works coming up, and I would love to share those with you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.